Hello and welcome to the Play Android Game Reviews. I'm Daniel and today I'll be playing with Miri.
Hello.
And we'll be playing the arcade game Shoot the Target by developer Smart Days, and I already started it, and the game already presents you with an introduction, what to do, and you can see it here. Shoot the target as fast and as much as possible. Clear one side of the target before get to the other. And we press OK, and this is the main screen of the game. Shoot the target in the middle, and it's a white background with this pink, lettering and those different game modes showing up here. So we have classic, blink, and swing. Swing is one of the newer game modes, and it recently found its way into the game via an update. And we have this, button here, and we have an extended menu on the right with leaderboard, sound, and about and rate button. And I mean, all of this is quite self-explanatory. And sound, we can turn off sound in the game. In the menu there's not much sound going on right now, and you can see the menu already sets the tone of the game. Looks very minimalistic and reduced colors. But let's just hop into the game and see what it is all about. And classic mode, shoot the target as fast and as much as you can in 25 seconds. So we have 25 seconds time, and let's go. And you see here, up top, there's your time, 24, and it's counting down. And you have this slight, division line in the middle, and you have both sides of the screen occupied by the game, and a shoot button at the bottom of every lane. And you see those, targets popping up, and you see there are different numbers from 2 to 3 to 4. And the thing is, as it said before, the game said before, you start off with one side and then you go through the other sides. And, you will work through the targets, and you will have to tap as many times as targets are on the screen. So if 4 targets show up, you have to tap 4 times. If only 2 show up, you only have to tap 2 times. So the gameplay is pretty basic, pretty easy to get. And once you're in it, you get into this this gaming experience. You get all caught up in the game's gameplay, because you go by a sort of a rhythm going along, tapping those targets off. And I said before, the graphics are pretty minimalistic. It's all kept in those reduced colors, pink for the targets and shoot buttons lighting up, and when you tap them, and this is basically all there is in the game. So it's 2D, as you see, it's 2D, and it has this flat look to it. And if you follow, mobile OSs, mobile operating systems, and maybe if you're an avid, Android user with if you like Android launchers, different launchers, there are a lot of launchers coming out right now with this sort of flat design, and I think this game really captures this style, this flat style, with those bold colors and high contrast imaging. And Miri went ahead and let's look at the blink mode. Shoot 60 targets in 20 seconds and get 20 seconds more for another 60 targets, but beware of the blink. Okay, let's see what this is about. And here we have it. This is the game mode, and you see the blinking is already happening, and it comes in form of a separate button that appears at the bottom, and you have to tap this one as well to make it through every line. And this is quite difficult. You only have 20 seconds, and you have to tap, I think, 60 targets, and if you miss one target and you start with the other lane, you will basically lose the game. But because of the blinking targets, you you don't know when they show up and when you have to press again in the right lane. So it's quite difficult, as you see. Score of 5 here. And this really adds to the game's difficulty level. And if you're good in the classic mode, this might be a challenge for you to try, because this is, basically the classic mode with added difficulty to it. And yeah, as you might hear, or as you might not have heard, there's no music in the game at all. But there's this tapping sound going on. If you tap on the shoot button, the tapping sound will, indicate that you hit the target, and you don't need any kind of music in it, because we found if you tap in the right rhythm, if you tap along and you're pretty good at it, you can create your own music with it, your own rhythm with it, with the tapping sounds you hear in the game. So we found this was quite the nice idea, and this is for the sounds. There's not much going on. There are only these tapping sounds and no music. Very reduced. I think there could be more in it. There could be at least some kind of music during the game. And, this is all there is about the sound, actually. So let's look at the new mode. Let's look at, swing mode, I guess it was. Clear 30 targets as fast as you can to get the fastest time. Okay, let's check this out real quick. And here you see why it's called swing mode. The shoot buttons swing from side to side and make it progressively harder to actually hit them and get to the targets. So, we failed here, and this adds another layer of gameplay to the game and another layer of difficulty to the basic game principle, which is a really nice idea and which really adds to the overall game appeal here. And I mean, it really plays with the controls as well, because you have to aim the shoot buttons as well. And I think one of the most important things about arcade games like this are good controls. And I think here we have a game with really good controls, with really responsive controls and easy to pick up gameplay. I mean, you only have to tap a button. You could actually play it with one thumb on your phone as well. But we found it to be best played on a tablet with both hands, so you can tap, simultaneously with 2 fingers and be more efficient with it. So, there's nothing much to say about controls. They're pretty straightforward. They really work, and they do what they're supposed to do, and there's no input lag or anything like this. So the precision is there, and you really need it for this kind of a game. And as I said before, the gameplay, you have basically those 3 modes with really different gameplay to it. And they really make the game stand out in the arcade crowd because, you have a lot of tapping games, of course. And this is actually nothing new, because there are a lot of games where you just tap long. And in terms of, originality, this is nothing new. This is, tapping games, there are a lot of them, as I said before. But how the game goes about it is really new. I mean, you have to tap the targets, you have to, tap them in order, you have to tap the right amount, and there are the additional playing modes. So the game itself, I think, is quite original, as well as its overall appearance adds to the originality of the game, makes it makes it stand out, makes it really unique and a unique experience. And we found it to be really fun. We thought it had, quite an addictive factor to it, quite addictive qualities to it. You want to play it again, and you want to make it further the next time. Tap more, tap faster, get better at it. And I think there is even a connection to the Google Play game service. And let's just check this out really quick. If it works here, let's see. Okay, here we have it, leaderboard. And here you have the leaderboard for the different game modes. I think this is pretty self-explanatory as well. It's Google Play Games. If you know it, you will be familiar with it here as well. And yeah, I think in terms of replayability, the game offers different game modes, and it's quite easy to pick up and quite addictive. And as you see here, there's a coming soon button as well, so the game will get more content with more updates, which is a nice thing, seeing the developers actually providing the players with new stuff to do. So this is basically all there is to tell about the game, because it's pretty simple game, but addictive game and a really nice game. We were really impressed by the graphical appeal of it and how well it played. If you want to read our in-depth review of it, head right over to playandroid.com. You'll find a link to our article in the video description, as well as the link to the Google Play Store where you can download the game for free. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me showing you the game, and I say thank you and until next time.